Hey guys, DukeZz WooDY here, coming to you with a video of just a new career mode I'm starting with West Brom. We're just going to go through here, choose all the settings, our team. So you can see there, West Brom have 8 million, which we're going to look to bring in some new players, maybe swaps a few out. Just try and improve the team and have a good season, I suppose. Just download the latest updates. So really in this career mode we're just looking to probably take us till the end of FIFA 15 going on to FIFA 16 where we can start a new one. Whilst we're just waiting for it to get started, I suppose I can just recommend go checking out DukeZz WooDY and DukeZz Monkey Pig and also DukeZz Alpha, who are also going to be making new videos. We're new, I suppose, and we're just looking to spread games, share games, sorry. I don't know why it tells us Diego Costa's gone to Chelsea. That doesn't really mean a lot to us, but well. Just wait for this to load. Taking a long time. If you're watching this and you think there's anything I can be doing better, please let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy, I suppose just like and subscribe. Like I said, I am new. Never really done this before, so just any support's good. So we go through the objectives there, round the 16 in the cup, and tell us we need to look for a centre back, which I will not be doing, I don't think. And then we also get told we need to finish mid-table. So we're just going to go in here, change up the formation. You know, going to try and adapt it to the way I play, counter-attacking football with a bit of pace, to provide the best results really. I'm struggling to find it here, but managed to pick that one, which then I realised was the wrong one, and then I found it there. Up front we're going to be playing Berahino and Idai being more of a target man, letting Berahino run on forward past the defenders. Now one problem with this formation is it's very hard to pick out the players you want to swap to. So we just check out people's age and compare to their overall, so we know who's going to grow the best. Put Sessignon in there just because he's a quality player. And adjust the bench to make sure we can actually have some impact subs. Whilst I do say this, if you do like COD, especially Advanced Warfare, go and check out DukeZz WooDY, because he's going to be doing loads of COD videos for you. And just go to DukeZz Monkey Pig just for all-round videos, I suppose. They're all featured on my channel. So like I said, we just change the bench, swap around our midfield, and then here we go to swap Morrison for Malumbu, just because when you watch West Brom in real life, Malumbu plays a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but you're just more likely to see him. And then we switch Fletcher for Morrison due to age reasons. Oh yeah, and like I said, here we go to do the instructions. So we make Idai the target man. Press the back line, which will hopefully allow Berahino to go through, get more goals. Obviously Berahino, young, good striker. Hopefully going to be the star of the career mode really. Have success for many seasons. Just set up all the instructions. I'll change the fullbacks to overlap, and as you'll see in the friendly that we play against Inter Milan, they really do come forward with this formation. which is why in the next episode I may look to bring in better right back and left back, just because of how much attacking they do. So first of all, we're going to go to the squad report, just check out how many players we've got in each position, and as you can see we've got 4 goalkeepers, which we're not going to need all of them, so we'll probably loan out Palmer and Rose. 2 right backs is always good, 1 for backup. And I think we have 6 centre backs, which I'm trying to loan out 2, so that we have 4, which is basically 2 squads worth of centre backs. Keep going through, I see players that we're not really going to use. We might look to move on, but at the same time I don't want to get rid of too many people, because this is the West Brom side of this season. I want it to be as realistic as possible. I say that I'm about to go sign a unheard of striker, but I will. So yeah, we just send some of the young and surplus players out on loan. I don't think we put anyone up for sale, just because West Brom, I don't know, when I was looking at the stamina, sorry, it didn't seem like most of the players could play 2 games in 1 week, other than Malumbu. So we're just going through, we've got a lot of central midfielders that we don't need. That's Sebastian Blanca, we're going to think about bringing him back or not. I tried to sell that Chris Baird, but he's just joined from Burnley, so. And right now I'm contemplating over keeping Brunt, just because we don't use wingers, but I think I'll keep him anyway. So yeah, we're just loaning out all the young people, the people that are surplus to requirements. I'm going to loan out Naby and Jones. Hopefully all the people we've put up for season loan will actually get out there and grow, because I'm pretty much fixed on one squad that I want to use for the whole season. So here we go to sign Moses Simon. He is a Nigerian striker from Ghent, and I've heard a lot of good things about this guy recently. I think he's 71 overall at 18, which is obviously very good. So we get to swap out McManaman, because very similar players, there's their pacing, they can both play up front. But McManaman, I don't know, I've used him before and I didn't really like him, mostly due to his finishing. So we're just going to sign a youth scout, just because at this point I couldn't really think of anyone I wanted to sign. But as you'll see soon, I do come up with someone else. So we send Christopher Singh, the Norwegian scout, 4-star experience, 4-star judgment, to England for 6 months. Yeah. We'll leave it like that and we'll get a first report in this video. Oh yeah, here we just go through the contracts. If you can see how many people there are on 1 year left, it's ridiculous really, but when I was going through, a lot of these players were just reserve players, so I'll probably sign them on later on in the season depending on how I feel, how they're growing. But for now a lot of them won't get a new contract. As you can see, the list just goes on of how many 1 year people there are. But there we have, is it Samir Naby, the centre mid, 16 I think, and he's 57 overall, which is quite good, especially for West Brom. Nothing against West Brom, but they're not exactly the best of sides in relation to the rest of the Premier League squads. This season I'd say we're looking for about top 12 finish, just because I am quite good at FIFA, but like board said mid-table, so we shouldn't have any problems, sorry, with that. So as you can see, Ghent are saying they want 500,000 plus McManaman, which I'm happy to give. So we're just going to go through some emails. We see Sami Nabi, I think, has decided that he doesn't actually want to sign on. So we tried to look for him. His transfer status hadn't changed though, which is why I got a bit confused and went past him. So now we're just going to advance a little bit, get some transfer offers. Ben Foster, definitely not. He's going to be our keeper for maybe a couple of seasons. And then we loan out O'Neill to Rotherham for a season. And there was a crucial player at Ghent, so I thought if we really do want him on squad rotation, we're going to have to pay him a bit more. So I upgraded him to 20 grand a week, which could come back to bite us on the arse a bit. Because you'll see later on, I start to think that I'm struggling with money, but luckily we're not. So Adil Nabi goes out on loan there to Chesterfield for a season. It's always good to see, because sometimes loan offers don't come in for your young players, and it makes them stumps their growth, sorry. So new signing has arrived, Moses Simon. We're just going to look at his stats here. So we bring him onto the bench, which was quite a tough decision. But 88 sprint speed, 93 acceleration, 91 agility I think it was. And so he's got 73 finishing as well. Could get us a lot of goals this season, especially as he's going to grow. And 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves is going to be really good. Definitely going to come in handy. I'd say the only problem is though, £145 I think he weighed, and I didn't get to see his strength, but I don't know, he might get shoved off the ball quite easily. So yeah, we just fix up the bench a little bit. I'm just going to advance a little bit further. I think it's around this point I get a bit of inspiration. Because yeah, we get a transfer offer for Darren Fletcher, which I think I'm not really too bothered about keeping him. Just because I don't really think he's that good of a player. So if we can get him out, it means we can bring someone else in. Which is when I start thinking of people I can bring in for a season, centre mids. I just go in here to see where he is, if he's in the reserves or on the bench. And because I see the only next best central midfielder in the squad to go on the bench is Baird. I wasn't really very happy. So I went to look at Lucas Silva from Real Madrid. I think he has high potential, but I've used him before and he's been very good for me. And then we also just go to look for Emre Can on loan for the season, as he was a squad rotation player and still is a very solid player. So we offer for a full season, but he's on 40 grand a week, so bringing him in might be a struggle. I'll have to see how it goes. Now we're just going to advance again. We find out that they have actually matched a 3.4 million counter offer for Darren Fletcher, and a bargain for Lucas Silva in 6.5. We also get to see that Emre Can's loan offer has been accepted, which brings us to a bit of a dilemma on whether we want Lucas Silva or Emre Can. I ended up going with Emre Can, I think, just because I didn't think I had enough money for Lucas Silva when I went to go and change the wages. But that was more because I just completely forgot that I could include a player in the deal. So I see there I tried to accommodate for his wages but keep the transfer budget the same. Well, enough. For him it doesn't really work, so we just accept Emre Can. Which is, I'm not unhappy with, because I like Emre Can, he's a very good player, but it would have been nice to have the same kind of role but as ours, not knowing that he will, yeah, it would have just been nice to know that we are keeping him for more than one season. So as we're putting in bids for Lucas Silva, I'm thinking of players I can put in there. And I think of putting Morrison in. And I'll just go into the contracts page to see how much he's earning a week, which allows me to know if I can actually get him. So just as I'm about to put in an offer for Morrison, I realise I can actually put an offer for Darren Fletcher in, which I'm pretty sure I go ahead with Darren Fletcher. But I did actually forget, that we'd accepted an offer from Almeria for him. So that might bring some trouble. However, as you can see, the transfer talks have broken down, so it should be fine. It's just down to Real Madrid accepting it. So now we get a loan offer for Callum Jones, which I do accept. Obviously getting as many young players as we can out there, getting experience. And to my surprise, Real Madrid have actually accepted 4.5 million plus Fletcher for Lucas Silva, which just blows my mind because I cannot imagine Darren Fletcher at Real Madrid at this stage in his career. Never mind the rest of his career. So I'll just put a 10% bonus per goal because I don't see myself scoring too many goals with him, and I'm not sure if he even does anything. It just entices them to come in. So there you go, Lucas Silva accepts his offer just in time for the first friendly against Fiorentina. We're just going to go into the squad. What are we doing? Yeah, no. We do go into the squad just to put him into the team. We put him into the first team because it's an improvement on Morrison, and then we swap Emre Can with Morrison. At this point though, I was struggling to make my mind up because I wanted Emre Can. Although I think I went with Brunt because we don't play wingers. I can't really remember. What do we do? Yeah, we go with Emre Can. And then change Emre Can back for Brunt, so yeah, it was Brunt. He will not feature on the bench. He'll probably still get to play at some point, but probably in cup matches. He won't get a lot of play time. So here we go, Sim in the first friendly against Fiorentina. What's going to happen? A 0-0. That's it's alright. A 0-0 against a decent Italian side isn't too bad for West Brom, but really we should be winning this even though it is away. Against Paderborn, newly promoted into Bundesliga. And we skip and we lose. That's just shocking. And they went down to 9 men as well. And then, this is just ridiculous. Cherny and Lescott, 3-month injury. That's bad enough. Completely missing out the fact that Idai had also got an injury just because I was so shocked. So I get to put Macaulay into the first team, and then I realise I have Emre Can, which I prefer Emre Can. So Brunt does actually make it back onto the bench, as we don't really need 2 centre backs on the bench, so Dawson goes into reserves and Brunt comes onto this bench. And yeah, I go back into my emails and see that Brown Day's out for 7 days, which isn't too bad, but we will miss him for this game, which does give Moses Simon a chance, to have a good game and really prove himself. As you can see there, Christopher Singh brings us in 2 90 overall players, 90 potential, but in this clip we're going to go into the game. Choose the kits, do the management.
Team now for you for West Bromwich Albion. This is Inter's lineup.
Okay, so this is just straight from kickoff. We have a really good start. Pocognoli into Lucas Silva to Simon. Pocognoli into Simon again. Simon with his first chance, unfortunately saved. A Icardi gets played in here, and I've just remembered what happens. Palacio heads it onto the crossbar, bounces back, hits Foster on the back and goes in. Well, after that, not a lot we could have done, but we'll just have to get on. So we're going to half time 1-0 down, just to an unlucky goal. And now I'm just going to show the stats. So we get on the attack here in the 55th minute. Pocagnoli into Simon, to Sessegnon, into Malumbu. Jamboa with an easy chance, and he puts it wide. I was shocked. So we put on Naby for Silva. Like I was saying about the fullbacks, we're definitely going to need to improve them. And Shaqiri scores. I think we'd lost, well, after that last loss, just make the centre-backs go into bad form, and they've just left a gap in the middle. Here we get quite lucky. Jamboa gets tackled, luckily gets the ball back into Berahino, gets tackled, no he doesn't, but he does put it in the bottom corner. So that brings it back to 2-1, and with 10 minutes to go we have a chance. And we didn't get another goal, and the ref blew his whistle, and as you can see by the stats there, we were just very unlucky. Shame we lost. That is the end of this video, guys. Please like and subscribe and check out the others, and also leave a comment telling me how